Hey y'all, it's your neighborhood ratchet. Bitch, I think I'm getting sick or something because right now I just finished brushing my teeth, right? And bitch, I was like, like dying. Like, pray for me. Keep me in your prayers, because I'm not trying to get sick. I want to apologize ahead of time that I look like shit. But, I wanted to do this cute little video, right? Well, not really cute. I just wanted to explain a lot. First of all, I apologize if you hear this fan in the background. I want to apologize for that. I also want to apologize that this fucking video is going to be mad fucking long. I want to apologize ahead of that, like ahead of time for that. But I'm going to try to cut this down as much as I possibly can without taking away from the full story. So, with that being said, I'm going to insert most of the vlog that I did here. Hey, it's your neighborhood ratchet and bitch. Okay, so this is part 2 to last week's video. So last one was like a little bit, I was ranting, bitch. I was fucking ranting like a motherfucker. But, so I'm getting ready to go watch this It movie. And I've literally been scared of this fucking movie my whole entire fucking existence of life. And I have to remind myself and I have to remind my brain. Like, I've seen scenes here and there on fucking YouTube and shit. And watching it, like, I'm getting a little bit desensitized from it. But again, I have a little ass screen on my fucking phone, so it's not the same as seeing it fucking huge. So that might have a different effect on me. But I have to remember, like, bitch, I don't live in Derry Lane. Like, this clown not gonna come to the hood. So I just gotta keep reminding myself of that. But my heart is beating so fucking fast. But I wanted to do this video because, first of all, I want to get over this fear. Like, I'm so, like, seeing it on YouTube and shit like that, like, watching the old one, I kind of like, why the fuck was I scared of it? But then, I'm telling you, my schizophrenia just adds on to it. And it kind of projects it out like a 3D model. So, we'll see how this goes. Bless. Oh, somebody think about me. Who thinking about me? Who thinking about me out there in these streets? So I'm praying to Moses and Jesus and everybody that hopefully, if I do have like a reaction, I'm gonna catch it on film. And this vlog, y'all gonna see exactly what I go through when I get an episode. And I got my Wonder Bitch shirt on because I thought who's brave, like, that I look up to, and Wonder Woman. Like, I love that bitch. So I'm going in with my Wonder Woman shirt. So, bitch, I'm gonna try to be strong. Hopefully, I know I'm gonna be tripping on crack. There's no, like, I am. I know. Especially when I have to go to the bathroom. That's gonna make me freak the fuck out. But I'm gonna bring y'all along so that way y'all can see what the fuck I be going through when I go through an episode. So, I hope y'all like this vlog. I'm gonna try to put a little bit of funny shit here and there, but no promises, alright? I'll see you guys in a little bit when I get in a car with the best dick sucker in America. So, bitch, we're fucking here at the fucking movie theater, and I'm about to go to the bathroom before I start tripping on crack, and I start freaking out in this bitch. So, keep me in your prayers because I'm looking fucking scared as fuck. I'm in this motherfucking bathroom, right? And this fucking bathroom, the light keeps going off. Every time I try to fucking do something, this light here, it keeps going the fuck off. And it's tripping me out because, bitch, I need to use the bathroom, but this light keeps going off and it's scaring me. See? Fuck that, bitch. Bye. Get the fuck out of here. I'm walking down the street, and I gotta remind myself that it was just a fucking movie, because my brain keeps playing that part of the movie. If you guys watch that movie, it keeps playing that part that when he asks Georgie that you must have a lot of friends. It keeps playing that part in my head over and over again. So if you guys know about schizophrenia, you hear things and you see things, right? So I have to keep reminding myself that it's not real. I'm just seeing things. I'm just imagining it. It's not real. But any little sound makes me jump, makes me look back. And it doesn't help that I'm also blind, that I can't see anything. So any little blur looks mad freaking weird. Okay, so you guys saw that vlog. So let's get into it. Let's get into the discussion, because usually when I do vlogs, I usually don't discuss or try to talk about anything after, because it's a vlog. You're seeing everything firsthand, right? First of all, let's talk about that I'm a blonde now, guys, and I cut all my hair off, like, and I'm wearing my onesie that's Ariel. You know, bitch, you know, he wants to be part of that world. Okay, so let's talk about it. So, let me put this out there too. I'm not here to discuss anything as a doctor. If you have any questions, go ask your personal physician. Don't come for me in my description box, because, bitch, I will cuss you the fuck out, because I'm not here to generalize anything for nobody. I'm here to talk about myself. I'm here to talk about what it is for me, and me, myself only, because there is a huge thing that people think that schizophrenia is just one fucking thing, and it's not, because everybody's fucking different. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's brain is different. We all don't work the same. So the big thing that's out there, you know, in the medical or whatever community that you want to fucking just say it is, there's usually just one big ass spectrum of what schizophrenia is. And not everybody has that, because I've met so many different people that have so many different ranges of what schizophrenia is. So that being said, let me get into it. So I went to go watch, you know, as you guys saw, it. And I have a really long history with this movie, so I'm going to start from the beginning. So when I was about 6 or 7, I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Please don't ask me what it is, because for me, I can't explain it the way your doctor can. The only way that I can explain it is by telling you what I see and what I hear, which is pretty much what you kind of get. Well, not what you kind of get, what it is when you have schizophrenia. You can't really defer what's real and what's fake. But in my case, I can. So let me start from the beginning. So when I was about it has a long, like I said, it has a long history with me, because for one reason, when it came out in the 1990, 91, 90, 91 or 90, I can't really remember, I have to look it up. I'll put it here if I can find it. Okay, so that's when it came out, right? And I remember, the first time, I don't remember hearing anything or seeing anything before I saw that movie. It had a really big impact with me, for one reason and one reason only, because in the movie, if you guys seen the original one from the 90s, compared from what I took from this new reversion, let me say this, spoiler alert from whoever hasn't watched the old one and the new one. If you don't want to, like, this video is going to be really connected into what the movie is and what happens in the movie, so spoiler alert. Okay, so I remember watching the movie when I was younger, hence to my brothers being fucking assholes and petrifying me. So I remember watching the movie and being so fucking scared, because in the movie, the way that the characters are portrayed in the old one is completely different from what the characters are from the newer one. From the old one, the kids from what I can remember, because I haven't seen it in a really long time, from what I can remember, the kids are really, really scared of it. And they can't really look past of what they're scared of. Even in the end, when they end up fighting it, when they're kids, they don't really get over the fear of it. They still have it in them. And it's only, they don't really take a physical approach to fighting it in the old one. Now in the new one, the kids are much more realistic than in the old one. In the old one, it was like the cookie cutter version of what kids are supposed to be like. In the new one, these kids are completely realistic, and the way that I took from it, they were scared of it, but the fear of them being killed surpassed the fear of it. So they were able to fight it because they were more scared of being killed and being labeled as missing children than more afraid of what their fear was. Like, they were afraid of their fear, but they were able to overcome it. So let's go back to how I relate to it, right? Okay, so when I was younger and I first saw it, I remember I used to live in Watts. If y'all don't know where that's at, look it up. I used to live in Watts when I was younger. And the apartments were pretty much similar to the apartments that I'm in now. The only thing is that the hallway was a lot longer from my room to the bathroom. So I remember it was probably like weeks after I finished watching the first one, I would hear, if you guys seen the old one, there's a scene where it comes out of the shower. Oh my gosh, that scene, I'm so thankful, spoiler alert, I'm so thankful that it was not in the new one, because that fucking scene used to scare the shit out of me. Because in the old one, it's like a big ass locker room shower where it will come out of the storm drain and break the storm drain open, right? So me as a little kid would think like, fuck, like if it comes out of my shower, like my shower is literally from here to here. If it comes out of the fucking storm drain, it's gonna be able to attack my fat ass. So after watching that movie, I didn't shower for a very long time because I was so fucking scared of it. I'm sorry, yeah, I think I'm getting sick or something. Like I said, keep me in your prayers. I had to stop because a bitch was coughing on that mucus shit that gets stuck in your throat like you sucking dick for 10 years. That's why I don't know how Oscar does it when he sucks dick. All that mucus shit that he swallows is fucking... Just to think about it makes me want to fucking throw up on myself. But that's a different story. But yeah. So I would say I was about 6 or 7 when I started hearing stuff. And it would usually be it. I would usually hear the line, we all float, you'll float down here or something like that. And lines from the movie. Now that I'm older, I really don't hear that anymore. It's more like, now that I'm older, it's a lot more whispers. So that's why whenever I'm with someone, I'm like, did you say, what? What did you say? And they'll look at me like, bitch, I didn't say anything. And it'll usually be what I'm hearing because it's fucking whispers in the back. Like, shh. Like that. It'll fucking sound like somebody's whispering. And you'll just be like, bitch, speak up. The fuck? And you're like, bitch, I'm not talking. Like, what are you talking about? And it's usually the fucking voices that I hear. Bitch, I feel like I look like Little Red Riding Hood in a way. Like, grandmother, what a big nose you have. What big eyes you have. What a big mouth you have. All the more to eat you, my dear. Okay. Bitch, see, I'm going off a subject. So yeah, like, I would hear that, and I would, like, see it at the end of the, like, the hallway going to the bathroom. I would see it, like, but it wouldn't be, like, a straight out picture. It'll be more of a fuzzy, like, a fuzzy reflection. Like, you know when you go outside and you look, like when it's raining and you try to look at yourself at the water and it's not a clear reflection of yourself. It just looks like shimmery and like fuzzy. That's what it looks like. So I would see it at the end of the hallway and it'll be like fuzzy and stuff. And it would never be, when I was younger, it was never scary. it was never something that I was like afraid of. It was more of the fact that like, why the fuck, why am I seeing this clown at the end of my hallway? It would freak me out because the clown in my head, like, from what you see of the movie, like, the clown is fucking scary as fuck. Like, bitch, I'm not trying to get eaten alive. Like, the fuck? Like, he's trying to live until he's like 56. Jessica. Shade. But he's trying to live for a very long time in his life. Like, get your life. So I would be like, I would see that, and it would be like it's just so fucking, like, it's weird to see it and like to hear it, and like you literally feel like it's there, like it's someone that's talking to you, like it's someone that's like physically and emotionally there. That's how I can explain it. So let's fast forward when I heard that they were doing a remake to this movie. So when I first heard that they were doing a remake to this movie, it was probably 2015. That they were gonna do a remake to this movie, and there were like speculations and like fucking articles here and there about they were gonna redo it, and it was gonna be like more closer to the book and all this shit. To be honest with you, when I first heard it, bitch, I was so fucking scared. And then when I heard that they actually started shooting and I started seeing pictures on set, the first thing I thought about, it was like it was before I decided to do YouTube. And I had already decided when I saw that they were doing it and they were gonna do a remake, I had already decided, you know what, I'm gonna get over this fucking fear. I'm gonna take my little fat ass and I'm gonna take myself to the fucking movies. I don't care if I'm screaming, if I'm crying at the top of my lungs. I'm gonna get over this fear. I'm gonna not let it control me anymore. So when I saw the trailer, when I saw the picture of the clown for the first time, when they showed the picture of what it was gonna look like, of that guy Skarsgård, something Skarsgård. Skarsgård is his last name, but I don't know his first name. I think it's Bill Skarsgård or something like that. When I saw his, like, what he was gonna look like, I'm like, he don't look that scary. Like, okay, I could probably do this. Like, I could probably get over this. Like, let's go watch it. When the trailer dropped, bitch. Oh my fucking gosh. When the trailer dropped, it awoke every fucking thing up in my head again. I had not seen, the last time that I had an episode where I saw it was in probably 2012 when I was at my sister's house. When I spoke about this in my last video where I talked about my episodes. Bitch, it awoke it all up again. It woke it all up because the first scene that you see in the trailer is it coming out of the shadows when it's in the fucking sewer and it comes up to Georgie. Once again, I couldn't walk past those little sewer things. I could not walk past it again because I was so fucking scared that this motherfucker was gonna pop the fuck out and snatch my fat ass. And me being a fat bitch, I was gonna get stuck halfway down the thing and he was gonna split me into two. That's how my brain works. That's how visual it was in my head when I first saw it. I was so fucking scared. So I watched that video at least. Ooh, I'm so dirty. So dirty. I at least watched that trailer at least about 5 times just to get my brain around it. Just to make sure that I wasn't tripping on crack or PCP or marijuana. Like that I wasn't tripping on anything. So that night, bitch, I was sleeping downstairs and I would hear little footsteps pass back and forth where I was sleeping. And my mom has a tendency to wake up during the middle of the night and go downstairs to get something to eat or something to drink. So I'm thinking it's just my mom. So I woke up probably the last time that I heard it. I woke up and I didn't see anything. And I'm like, bitch, what you eat? Like, I just heard somebody walk past me. So I like get up to make sure I'm not tripping. I go grab my phone. And if you have an iPhone, you know that there's a little flashlight that you could put it as the fucking brightest one. I flashed the flashlight. I didn't see anything. I flashed it towards like the kitchen. I don't see nothing. So when I turn my little flashlight off, I hear the little laugh. Like hee 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 hee. And I'm like, First thing I did was I closed my eyes and I said, it's not real. It's not real, Sammy. It's your brain playing tricks on you. It's not real. It's not real. And let me stop that right there. Right here from the corner of my eye, right now that I close my eye, I can see the new Pennywise. Right here at the corner of my eye at the bottom. I can see it like blurred into the light. Right now that I just closed my eyes, I could see it like literally down, like right down here. It's like a blurred reflection, and it's him with the big ass red nose, but the red nose from the 1990s version, and the hair, of course, that he has now. Right now that I just closed my eyes, I just saw it. So I remember closing my eyes and being like, Sammy, it's not real. Like, you're tripping. It's not really there. I think I did a little prayer. Probably called on Jesus, because that's most of the time when I trip out, I call on Jesus. To be like, the devil's a liar. Jesus, help me, Lord. And it works, you know, Jesus. Then, you know, I'm just going to say this real quick. I have not been on medication since I was probably 15, 16. I haven't been on medication for it. And a lot of it has to do with my faith. Like, I know I'm a sinner. Like, I know I'm a sinner. I know that I do a lot of bad things that I'm not supposed to. But when it comes to Jesus, my faith is very strong. Everyone that knows me knows this about myself, knows this about me, that my faith is very strong. And I thank Jesus in the good times and in the bad times. I always try to say thank you, Jesus, because I'm really grateful that for the past, since I was fucking 15, I have not needed to and not wanting to take medication for this. First of all, when you are on a shitload of medication, I'm going to explain this the way that I just had a recent conversation with one of my best friends. She used to go raving and stuff. And I remember her telling me that when she was like on all that stuff, it was basically like you were numb. That's what it is like when you're on all this medication for like schizophrenia, depression, you know, and all this other stuff. You're basically numb to any fucking feeling. You don't know what happiness is. You don't know what sadness is. You don't know what excitement is. You don't know what fucking being nervous. You don't know any of those feelings. You don't know what they are. You are completely and utterly numb. You cannot, honestly, it's very hard for me to try to remember those years because I was so fucking high on medication. And I'm not saying like high, like, bitch, I was high. Like, I like to get high every night. I'm not talking about high like that. I'm talking like high on actually prescription medication that the doctor would give you. You know what I mean? So I'm very thankful to God that I've learned how to deal with it and how to like minimize it. That whenever I am having an episode and I'm around people, all I really need to do is just to be quiet for about a few seconds and just tell myself in my head, Sammy, it's not real. You're tripping. You're like being mad paranoid. Like, just relax. Let me tell you this. It's a lot worse when it becomes night. That's why I'm afraid of the dark. When it's nighttime, it's absolutely the fucking worst feeling ever in life. Because everything is heightened 10 times more, because whoever's afraid of the dark knows what it is. Everything's a lot scarier at night. In the daytime, somebody can come and break into your house and it's really not, well, it's scary, but it's not that scary. As if it's fucking night. I'm fucking blind and I'm deaf as a bat. So, bitch, I can't see that well and I can't hear that well. So, bitch, like, I'm gonna get murdered either fucking way. But yeah, but going back to this movie. So, I've been counting down the days to when this movie was gonna be released. The closer and closer that I got, I would say about last week, before the movie was released here in the States, um, I started seeing a lot of leaked footage online. I remember watching the scene. Another spoiler alert. I remember watching the scene where Georgie gets his arm eaten off. I remember watching it on my phone. And let me tell you, when I watched it on my fucking phone, I jumped. And in my head, once I finished seeing that scene, because it was literally like 2 minutes, when he reaches in and it opens his mouth really wide and all the fucking teeth come out and he fucking rips his arm off and Georgie starts crying and he starts crawling away and then it comes out of the little sewer with his hand and snatches fucking Georgie all the way in the fucking sewer, and for all we know he probably eats some whole or whatever. So when I watched that scene, when he ate his arm off, I almost dropped my phone, first of all. So fucking scared. I almost dropped my phone. And when the scene was over, I closed my phone down, and I had a conversation with myself. I was like, Sammy, do you really want to relive your fucking childhood of being fucking petrified of this fucking clown? Like, just let it go. Like, you're fucking 18 years old now, and you don't need to be afraid of this. Like, honestly, like, just move past it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I was trying to convince myself. And I, like a crazy bitch that I am, I have conversations with myself. But when I have conversations by myself, this is what I do. I actually act like I'm two people. I'll be like, Sammy, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, bitch, you tried it. So I'll go back and forth like that. Because then it feels like an actual conversation than just me sitting there like, bitch, yeah, you tried it. No, bitch, you tried it. That just looks fucking crazy to me. I know this going back and forth like that looked crazy too, but it makes me feel much better. So I remember telling myself, like, it's gonna be worth it. This movie is gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth me watching, because I was like, either way, I'm gonna face something that I've been scared of since I was little. And I'll make it much better because of the fact that remakes, for 95% of them, they're not as good as the original. So I was like, either it's gonna be 10 times scarier because they're gonna have the technology to make it scarier, or they're not. It's just gonna be really basic. And let me say this, I fucking loved the movie. I did not once think it was bullshit. I did not once think it was scary. I screamed. I jumped. I said, you tried it multiple times when it came out. I was like this. I was holding on to my fucking sweater. Like, talking about, you tried it, you tried it, you tried it, you tried it. I was like this, watching it. Like, bitch, I was that regular bitch screaming and jumping while everyone else around me was as cute as a fucking cucumber. Like, oh, bitch, it's Saturday. Like, it's Sunday. Like, we just went to go watch, you know, the Rainbow movie. Everybody was cool. So, I told myself, okay, like, it's gonna be worth it. So, leading up to the day of, after that, I did have a few episodes. I kept seeing it every now and then, but I would see the old version, not the new version. I would see it, and of course, I would do what I always do and just be like, bitch, you tripping, you smoking crack, like, stop doing drugs, like, you be alright. I'm just saying that I don't really do drugs, y'all. I don't believe in that. Don't do drugs. Like, if you do drugs, you fucking stupid. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your body. Love yourself way too motherfucking much to do drugs. Like, he doesn't do that. The only drugs that I do is called Coca-Cola and candy. That's the only drugs I do. And they're not really, well, they are really drugs, but that's diabetes. That's not, like, fucking cancer or none of that. Like, I'm cool with diabetes. But yeah, so I was like, I'll be like, just bitch, you tripping on crack. So when the day came to come watch this movie, bitch, I was gonna try to vlog myself in the movie theater, but I didn't think that the fucking movie theater was gonna be as packed as it was, so I wasn't able to vlog myself. I wasn't gonna vlog the movie, I was gonna vlog myself reacting to the movie, so you guys can get, like, see how the fuck I am when I watch this movie. I'll probably do it when I watch the old one, or when it comes out. Probably get it when it comes out. Nah, I probably won't even buy it, I'm lying. I won't do that. So when I was watching the movie and it started, my heart was racing. It was like, okay, bitch, it's coming. It's gonna come. So when we got there, the first thing I did is I went to the bathroom because I was like, I don't want to go to the bathroom. God forbid, this movie's twice as scary as the original. I'm not trying to go to the bathroom after I get out this fucking movie, cause I'm gonna be tripping. Like, I know myself, I'm gonna be tripping. It's gonna be fucking scary as fuck to go to the bathroom. Especially the bathrooms in the movie theater because the lighting is dimmed. So, like, bitch, I don't need to be sucking nobody when I'm cutting out the movie theater. So, we go to the movies, right? We go watch it. Bitch, I was so scared. When I tell you, I was so fucking scared. Like, there were multiple parts where I fucking jumped. And then there were multiple parts where I realized there's nothing really to be scared of. Like, I really analyzed the movie. I was like, bitch, I don't live in Derry. I don't live in a town. So it's not gonna get my ass. First of all. Second of all, bitch, I live in the hood. It's not gonna come to the fucking hood. Second of all. So, like, I remember, like I told you guys in the beginning of this video, I was saying that the difference between the kids and the old one and the new one is completely different. So throughout the whole movie, I was fucking petrified. I was so fucking scared. I was holding on to my crucifix that I have in my keys. I was holding on to my little crucifix that I have on my keys, you know, calling on the Lord. So towards the end of the movie, the first time that they face it, all of them together and they fight it, it made me realize that these kids, compared to the old one, they're very modernized. When I say that, I mean, it made me realize that in the old one, they were so petrified of it, and they could not come to terms of how scared they were. In this new one, they were scared of it, but they were more scared of being killed by it than the fear of it itself. So it made them stronger, and it made them willing to fight. So in the last scene, they all fight him. And when I say fight, bitch, they fight. Like, they pick up anything and everything to fight. Bats, chains, like, they get a little spear thing to crack him in the middle of the head. One of them has a little spear gun and shoots him in the head twice. And if that scene would have not have been put in the movie, my night would have been completely different from what my night was. This is one of the reasons why I did this part of the video, because I was going to vlog myself that night because I knew I was going to trip. I didn't. That ending scene helped me so much that it didn't cure me of the whole fear of it, but it diminished it. That now when I see it, I can be like, bitch, come at me. I wish you fucking would come at me, motherfucker. I know how to fight your ass, and I'm not really scared of you anymore. And in the movie, that's what it was most scared of. Like, when it took Beverly was, like, grabbing him by he was, like, choking the shit out that bitch. And she was like, oh, look at my double chin, though. She was like, I'm not afraid of you anymore. And it was like, oh, really? So that's when he opened his mouth real wide and hypnotized that bitch. But she wasn't afraid of him anymore. So when I seen that, I'm telling you, it helped me so fucking much because my whole fucking everything was triggered for me the moment that I saw that movie when I was little. Me seeing shit, me hearing shit, me being diagnosed, me going to all kind of therapy, me being on fucking 20 pills a fucking day was all triggered by fucking watching that one movie. My brothers being fucking assholes and playing that movie. And I'm so happy that they did this remake because I was able to check myself and be like, he's not that scary. If you just show that you're not scared of him, you're able to conquer that. And I'm not saying by any means that I'm cured or that I'm no longer gonna see shit. I still am. But now I'm able to be like, okay, I can be like those kids and not be scared of it anymore. And not letting it hold on to me like it did. Or anything, excuse me, anything like that. So, what I want people to take away from this video is that everyone is different. It doesn't matter what mental illness you have, everyone is different. Depression can hit someone in many different ways. Exactly like anxiety, exactly like PTSD, exactly like other illnesses out there that are mental. It can hit you in so many different ways. Not just that way that it's written in that fucking book. Not everybody has that like that. Because I know multiple people that are the true definition of what schizophrenia is written down in the book. But that's not what it is for me. I'm able to function and being able to go out. Yes, I have episodes. I'm not saying by any means that I'm ever gonna be cured or that this is ever gonna go away or that it might get worse than it is now. The moment that it gets worse and I'm not able to face it anymore, that'll be the moment that I'll try to get help. But for right now, I'm able to control it. I'm able to acknowledge that it's there and being able to move past it and be like, yes, I'm scared, but I know that it's all in my head. I know that the moment that I close my eyes, it's no longer there. The moment that I choose to put music in my ears, I will no longer hear it because it's not truly there. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you, 100 times thank you for everyone that watches my videos. So whoever relates to this and has it to this capacity, know that you don't have to be afraid. And if you need someone to talk to, bitch, I'm here. I'm willing to listen. We can trade stories back and forth. But just know that everything has a reason. You're not crazy. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Everyone has something. Everyone's dealing with something. But it's all of whether if you're willing to share and if you're willing to get help. So, with that being said, you know, me as being the little mermaid of the sea, poppin'est bitch of all time from the Disney princesses, I just want to say that I love you guys and thank you so much for watching this video, and I apologize again that it's super fucking long. But I wanted to give a much more deeper description than I did last time of why I'm so scared of this and why is it that I have such a big connection with it. It's literally the first thing that I ever saw when I was diagnosed. So seeing this remake really helped me. And I'm really thankful for the people that made it possible for this fucking remake. So, remember guys, spread love, not hate, because there's already too much of that bullshit in the world. If you can spread love, I can't even fucking finish my sentence. If you can't spread love, bitch, then go finger bang yourself until you can spread love. Because finger banging makes everyone happy. So if you're sad right now, you're depressed, you're angry, go finger bang yourself and then I'm pretty sure you're gonna be real happy and you're gonna be able to tell somebody, you cute bitch. Okay? So spread love, y'all. Not hate.